Welcome back to Have More Babies. Today, we're diving into something huge in a baby's first year.
Absolutely huge.
That big shift from just milk to, well, actual food,
Yeah.
weaning.
It's quite the milestone, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've gone through a really detailed guide from Omega Pediatrics on this.
Right. And our goal here is basically to pull out the must-know info for you, the timing, the nutrition, what trips people up without you having to wade through pages and pages.
Because weaning, it's not just about spooning in some puree. It's really about understanding their development, what nutrients they suddenly need.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. Where do we even start? I guess the big question is when. When is that magic moment?
Well, weaning itself, let's define that first. It's really this slow, gradual process.
Yeah.
You're moving from only breast milk or formula.
To adding solids.
Exactly. Adding solids alongside the milk. And then over time, solids become a bigger part of the picture. It's not about suddenly stopping milk.
Okay, so it's an addition, not a replacement initially. And the timing for starting that addition.
The standard advice, from the American Academy of Pediatrics points to around 6 months.
Around 6 months.
Yeah, but, and this is really key from the Omega Pediatrics guide, the calendar isn't the boss here. It's about whether the baby is physically ready. That's the real signal.
Okay, that makes sense. So if you're looking at your 6-month-old, what are those concrete signs, those like aha moments that scream, okay, we're ready for solids?
There are 3 big ones to watch for. First, and this is non-negotiable, really good head control.
Holding their head steady?
Yep. Steady and upright. If their head is still wobbly, feeding just isn't safe. Think about swallowing.
Right, stability first. What's the second cue?
Second, they need to be able to sit up pretty well on their own, maybe with just a little bit of support, but definitely not slumping over.
So they can sit safely in a high chair.
Exactly. It's all about posture for eating and making sure food moves back correctly, not posing a choking risk. If they can't sit up well, hold off.
Okay, head control, sitting up. And the third one, this is the fun one, I think.
It usually is. It's showing that definite interest in food.
Like eyeing your dinner.
Totally. Watching your fork go back and forth, maybe leaning in when you eat, or even trying to grab at your food. That curiosity, it shows they're kind of mentally ready to explore tastes and textures.
So you need all 3. Head control, sitting, and the interest.
Seeing all 3 together, yeah, that's your green light. It tells you their little system, especially their oral motor skills, is probably ready for the challenge.
You mentioned skills. Can we touch on gagging versus choking? Because I know that freaks parents out.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge source of anxiety. The key thing to understand is the gag reflex in babies is way more forward on their tongue than ours.
So it triggers more easily.
Much more easily. When they gag on a new texture, maybe something a bit lumpy, it's usually that protective reflex pushing the food forward to prevent choking. It looks dramatic, but if they're coughing, sputtering, making noise, it's typically gagging.
And choking is quieter, struggling.
Choking is often silent or involves difficulty breathing, maybe a weak cough. Gagging is noisy and productive, pushing food out. It's actually a good sign their body is working correctly. It moves further back as they practice.
That's really helpful. Okay, so readiness confirmed. Now, the exciting part. The first foods. What does the guide suggest for that initial starter pack?
The very first foods usually focus on being easy to digest, low allergy risk, and crucially, delivering iron. So often the top recommendation is iron-fortified infant cereal.
Like rice cereal.
Rice or oatmeal cereal, yeah.
Yeah.
Mixed really thin at first, maybe with some breast milk or formula they're already used to.
And let's hammer home the iron part. Why is that so critical right at this 6-month mark?
Okay, so babies build up iron stores from their mom during the last part of pregnancy.
All right.
But those stores generally only last for about the first 6 months. After that, they've used them up, and milk alone doesn't provide enough iron going forward.
Ah, so they hit a deficit if you don't supplement.
Potentially, yes. And iron is vital for brain development, so getting iron-rich foods in early is really important. That's why the fortified cereals are often first up.
Makes sense. After cereal, what comes next?
Then you move into single-ingredient purees. Think simple fruits and veggies.
Like what specifically?
The guide mentions things like pureed apples or pears. They're usually well tolerated. And for veggies, maybe carrots or peas. Simple, smooth, single flavors.
Okay, single ingredients. That brings up the 1 food at a time rule. Some people say mix things up early. Why stick to introducing just 1 new food every few days?
It boils down to one thing.
Allergies.
Identifying them easily.
Exactly. If you give, say, pureed carrot for 3 days, and on day 2 your baby gets a rash or tummy upset, you know the likely culprit is the carrot.
Right.
But if you give a mix of carrot, sweet potato, and chicken, and then there's a reaction, you have no idea which food caused it. Introducing one thing at a time, waiting maybe 3 to 5 days before the next new food, makes troubleshooting so much clearer. It keeps things systematic. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. Weaning is this massive change for their digestion. Why is this nutritional shift so important? And what are those key nutrients we need to really focus on?
It's a huge shift because, think about it, for 6 months their body processed one perfect food. Now suddenly it's getting different kinds of carbs, fiber, proteins.
Mm.
The top 3 nutrients needing attention are, number 1, iron, like we talked about. From fortified cereals and later maybe pureed meats, getting enough iron in is critical.
Okay, iron first. What's number 2?
Number 2 is calcium. Now, milk or formula is still the main calcium source for strong bones.
So you don't want solids to replace milk too quickly.
Precisely. You need to make sure they're still getting enough milk for that calcium intake, even as solids increase. It's a balancing act in the beginning.
Got it. Iron, calcium. And the third one is totally new for their gut, right? Fiber.
Exactly. Fiber from all those lovely new fruits and vegetables is key for keeping their digestive system regular.
Preventing constipation.
Yes, which can be a common issue when starting solids. But a little caution here. Too much fiber too fast can also cause issues, like gas or discomfort.
Yeah.
So introduce fiber sources gradually. Gentle regulation is the goal.
So iron, maintaining calcium, introducing fiber carefully, it really shows this is more than just playing with food.
It really is.
Mm.
And because it's this big change, well, it doesn't always go smoothly. Parents need to be ready for some bumps.
Let's talk about those bumps, because knowing what's normal can make parents feel way less stressed. What are the common challenges?
Oh, definitely. The first big one is often food rejection, or maybe texture issues.
The baby just spits it out or turns away.
Yep, they're used to smooth, warm milk. Suddenly getting something lumpy or cold or just different. They might gag, refuse, clamp their mouth shut. It's normal. And the second challenge, well, it's unavoidable. The mess.
Huh. Yes, food everywhere.
Everywhere, on the baby, the chair, the floor, probably you, is part of how they explore this new stuff.
Okay, so for the rejection and texture issues, what helps? Any tips?
The number 1 tip is patience and repetition. Seriously, research suggests it can take 10, maybe even 15 tries before a baby accepts a new food.
Wow, 15 times.
Yeah, so don't give up on broccoli after the first grimace. Keep offering it, maybe in tiny amounts, maybe mixed with a food they already like.
Like mixing peas with sweet potato?
Could work. Or just let them touch it, play with it a bit first. Getting used to the feel can help before they taste it. And vary the texture, super smooth, slightly thicker, then maybe tiny soft lumps as they get better.
Okay, patience and persistence. Got it. And tackling the mess. Any magic wands?
No magic wand, unfortunately. But preparation helps. Big washable mat under the high chair, maybe strip the baby down to just a diaper for really messy meals. Easy cleanup.
Good plan. And maybe you don't do it when you're rushed.
Definitely not. Keep meal times relaxed. Which leads to the next big tip. Follow the baby's lead.
Meaning, let them decide when they're done.
Absolutely. Watch for their cues. If they turn their head away consistently, push the spoon away, clamp their mouth shut, they're saying, I'm full, or I'm done for now.
Don't force that extra spoonful.
Never force feed. It can create really negative feelings about food long term. Respecting their signals teaches them to listen to their own body, which is a vital skill.
That's so important. And the final piece of advice, which seems crucial given every baby, is different.
Yes, always talk to your pediatrician. The guide stresses this too. These are general guidelines, but your baby is unique.
So if you have real concerns
about allergies, or if they're really struggling with textures or weight gain, anything like that, get personalized advice. Your pediatrician is your partner in this. They know your baby's history.
Okay, this has been super insightful. So quick recap. Timing is about readiness cues, around 6 months head control, sitting, interest. Start simple, single ingredients, focus on iron. Be patient with rejection, expect mess, follow their lead.
And keep your pediatrician in the loop. And thinking about that pediatrician relationship, it really raises a bigger point, doesn't it?
What's that?
That weaning is kind of the start of a long journey of nutritional health and development. Having that ongoing preventive care, that relationship with a trusted medical professional,
It's key for navigating everything that comes next.
exactly. It sets the foundation for monitoring growth, catching issues early, and just supporting healthy habits way beyond this initial weaning phase.
That continuity is so valuable, and if you are right in the middle of weaning or maybe you need lactation support or just general pediatric care, the source we use today, Omega Pediatrics, is a fantastic place to look for guidance.
Definitely.
You can check out their services and get more information by visiting omegapediatrics.com.
Please do use resources like theirs. It makes such a difference having expert support.
For sure. And hey, if this conversation was helpful for you, if you learned something useful, please give this video a like.
And subscribe to the channel. We'll keep bringing you these deep dives into important topics.
And please, share this with any other parents you know who might be gearing up for this messy, exciting weaning adventure.
We really appreciate you tuning in. Always more to explore.
Absolutely. We'll catch you on the next one.